Hi everyone, it's Collins a Joke at Collins a Joke Real Life Experience with my colleague.
Hello everyone, I welcome you to yet another mind-blowing presentation today, coming from this platform as always at Collins a Joke Real Life Experiences with Mr. Joe. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Joe, for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
How has it been?
It's been okay, life just like a roller coaster, but we keep, conquering grounds and being happy.
Amazing.
Thank
you so much for our viewers. Thank you for always following in. Thank you for the comments and thank you for subscribing always. Tell everyone about Collins a Joke Real Life Experience. We are here to impact the generation now and the generation to come. Today we have an amazing topic in the house, and this topic almost resonates with each one of us, and this is about forgiveness. Imagine forgiveness.
It's a very important topic to discuss.
Forgiveness is in the house today. Tell a friend, come in, let's share what we have, what you think, and what are you planning to make out of this discussion.
That's right.
To be something that will help us to go on. Without forgiveness, it's hard for us to move on in life and to be better people.
Exactly.
Mr. Joe,
yeah.
Forgiveness for you.
We cannot overemphasize on what forgiveness is, though it has been taken very common nowadays, because you have people who just offend you knowing that at the end of it all you're going to forgive them, and they have taken it for granted. So we don't talk about it as much as it's supposed to be. Wow. Right? So that's why I consider this a very important topic to discuss on this platform today. Yeah. And this is one thing that I have seen in the world that, holds both the offender and the offended in hostage. You understand? The both parties are in hostage of this word forgiveness, because if you don't involve it, both of you are not free. You understand? And that brings me to the word, what is forgiveness?
Yeah.
And I'm just going to break it down simply for you from real life experiences or realities of life. Now, forgiveness is all about freedom.
Yeah, true.
And I really want to define this word from the aspect of freedom. Because if you don't have forgiveness, you don't have freedom of mind. That's why I say that it's the only word that involves the two parties, both the offended and the offender. Freedom of mind comes when you have genuineness of peace, and you cannot have that if you have like garbages in your heart.
You're holding on to it.
Yeah, what I mean by garbages is just bitterness, grudges, envy, revenge. These are characteristics of unforgiveness. And from putting all these away from your heart, that is where you have definition of what? Freedom. Forgiveness and freedom. Yeah. So forgiveness today is total freedom of mind.
But it's uncommon.
It's uncommon because we have treated it so uncommon. It's something that should be very basic.
Because we've been hurt many times, we've gone through a lot of pain to this day. So, and just like you said from the start, many people offend us in the know.
Yeah,
they do it in the know because and they take your goodness for granted. Every time you have to forgive, they take that for granted, and they keep on wronging you.
Yes, that's why it sounds uncommon. But it should be very common, because when you realize that you hurt somebody, you have offended somebody, you really have to ask for forgiveness. And the offended will genuinely forgive you. But nowadays, we don't really experience genuineness of repentance. Because now, to that person who you have taken as a commoner, the person that will always forgive you, you will keep wronging the person, because you know that each time you come to her, each time you come to him, he or she is going to forgive you, because of the type of person that person is. Now, forgiveness does not mean, making excuses or excusing the wrongs people did to you or have done to you. But it's all about releasing yourself, releasing your spirit.
That's why
from the grip of sentiment.
That's why for me, I bring it actually to the other angle, that forgiveness is for self.
Yes.
Because sometimes people have offended us and have walked away. Because sometimes they offend us because we seem like we don't matter to them.
Mm-hmm.
And even when they come to say sorry, sometimes they don't say it from a genuine ground.
That's right.
Sometimes they say sorry because they want to continue using us.
Yeah.
But and still when they get what they want, they'll offend you and get off. So for me, forgiveness is for self. Like, it's you, like for me, Collins, to create an atmosphere inside of me and release the pain. I don't even actually I don't bring it to the level of reconciling with a person that has offended me. The peace is mine, because there are people who have offended you and you don't need to look up for them.
That's right.
You need to cut them off.
That's why the aspect of this definition says it is not about excusing the wrongs or the bad things people did to you, but it's all about releasing yourself.
Yeah.
Releasing oneself from the grip of all this sentiment, the bad things that people did to you. Just like you said, forgiveness is personified.
Yeah.
You understand? When you're able to forgive, you free, first of all, you free yourself. Right? Yeah. Because when you have all these things in your heart about the other person who doesn't care, you understand? So you are the one who is harboring the burden.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand? Of carrying the offense.
Yeah.
Of carrying the pain, of the hurt, some people will go to the level of planning a revenge just to feel better, but that doesn't solve it.
Yeah, true.
Right? Forgiveness is divine. It is not everybody that has the power to forgive. Right? That's why forgiveness is all about letting go of bitterness, of anger, letting go of the feeling to revenge.
And
you understand?
Forgiveness.
And again, it's not about forgetting what somebody have done to you, but it's all about remembering, but not allowing the memory of what happened, of what transpired between you and that person to control your peace or happiness. And that is forgiveness.
And forgiveness, actually, like you said, it's not for the past. No. Forgiveness will help your future.
Yeah, it will help your present.
Your present and your future. You're going on. You're moving forward.
That's right.
So it's very important for us to create a peaceful heart in us and release people. Actually, whenever you release people, you become free even to self.
That's right. Whenever
you work onto forgiveness, you're clearing a ground not to have anger.
That's true.
Revenge. I mean, these are some of things that have led people to losing jobs, giving up even on own lives, having issues with the law because of wanting to revenge all the time. So forgiveness, I think, should be easily done because it's a lesson. When you forgive, that means you have learned a lesson and not to walk that path again. There are things that have been done to us and we needed to learn well so that the next time you happen to be in the same path, you don't fall a victim.
That's right, but you know how life works, right? Things happen unplanned, especially the worst things that happens to us in life. You can never tell what is coming. You can never tell.
Sometimes you know what is coming.
Yeah, but most times you don't. So when it happens, forgiveness steps in. Just like you said, it is for the present and for the future. Yeah. And, because divinity have made it in such a way that you, the offended, will be the one to forgive. how I wish it was the other way around. Like, you did me wrong. Like, you are the one who should be carrying the burden
Yeah.
of me not forgiving you. But right here, you did me wrong, and I'm still the one carrying the burden of unforgiveness.
Some people
Right?
actually wrong you. Some people wrong you and they don't know they wronged you. There are
Yeah.
two aspects. There are people who will wrong you and they know they wronged you, but you have nothing to do about it, and they don't
Yeah.
actually benefit. That is at a level of not valuing you to the level that you value them. There are some people who have offended you and surely they are not in the know. So it's always important for you to find out and know at what levels. Are they really aware I'm hurting, or are they aware they offended me?
That's why it's very, very important that whenever you feel hurt, go to the person
Straight
and
up.
just say, let them know this is what you did that I didn't like. Maybe you did not do it to
Yeah.
hurt me. It wasn't your intention to get me hurt or to make me feel pain. You understand? But this is the way I felt about it. It's very important that you always do that. Do that whenever you feel some type of way about the actions of other people. You walk up to them and let them know this is what you did that got to my emotions, that got to my feelings. You understand? And if you both are matured, in fact, if the other person is matured enough, that issue would be trashed right there. I'm so sorry, I never knew that this would get to your feelings. You understand? And it will not happen again. And that person will work on making sure that it doesn't happen again.
But
You
still,
understand?
for the offendee, it should be a lesson for you that something of that kind shouldn't repeat itself at your watch. That means that mind your walk with such people. When people hurt you, as much as you address an issue, and now we are at a level of reconciling, because there are these relationships or friendships, I would say that we may not get to the level of reconciling, because forgiveness does not actually call for reconciling all the time, because forgiveness sometimes it's for one, like it's for me, oneness, you.
Yeah.
To forgive, let out that pain and go. If you really find it worth for you to go and reconcile with someone, I think it's okay. But it should be a lesson for us, a life lesson, that we shouldn't walk the same path. I would say, not being mindful. We should be mindful so we don't fall a victim again.
Exactly. If the people involved are honest enough to tell themselves, this is where I went wrong and this is where you went wrong.
Not many.
Right? And again, it's always important to let the other person know. In as much as forgiveness is a personal thing, you're trying to let free of
Work
your
on
spirit,
yourself.
work
Yeah.
on yourself. It's always important to let the other person know so that you don't get back to that position again. Because
Yeah.
if you are offended and the other person didn't know that they offended you, okay, you have forgiven them, you walk over it with time and you feel okay. Next time it is bound to happen again, because the offender did not know that they offended you. They are bound to do the same thing over and over again. So no matter how little it is very important you let them know. We're not saying that you should overemphasize on it. Like today you told them this is what you did. The next day you reminded them again and you keep overemphasizing. No. Just say it once. Let them know. If they are wise enough, they are sharp enough, they will know that okay, they don't have to do this to him, to her again. And to you, who is working on yourself on the path of forgiveness,
Yeah.
it comes with a price. It is not easy to just forgive. Let's be realistic.
It depends.
Let's be practical. It is not easy. Even the smallest of things people do to us, it's not easy just to let go. It takes a lot of maturity and sacrifice to do that.
It depends
Right?
on how far you have gone with yourself and how you have learned to love self.
Good.
There is a level you get to in life, and you sit back and think about things that value to you.
Right.
If carrying pain is something that you really value, forgiving is so hard. If you're a person who loves peace around you, that means when people keep on hurting you or you get pain, you let them go. Because this walk in life, every day we meet good people. We've met these people in life who say, no, they'll never find somebody to do this for them. I mean, you are not the last born of good people. Good people are there. And that's why sometimes people are standing, and I'll relate this to relationship. That's why people are being into much pain, because they're in bondage of relationships. There's a fence they have put around them that this is the best woman, this is the best man, there is no any other. If you ever walk out of here, you'll never find freedom. So people keep on living in that pain, and that's how even revenge grows inside. They never forgive, but they still have that pain in them, but because they think they are corrupted, that they can never walk out and find freedom. Right? But if you stand in a place of learning and appreciating yourself, and to expect the best out of yourself, I think it would be easy for you to always forgive. And forgiving is forgiving yourself. When you forgive yourself, it doesn't mean that you're the one who was offended. But because you love the peace inside of you, because you will flow from the inside to the outside. When you forgive yourself, then you feel certain filthy things are not supposed to be inside of you, because you have to think better all the time.
That's right. Why people find it very difficult to forgive is because that which gives them peace. We talk about having peace of mind and freeing yourself as the forgiver. But there are things that people would do to you that steps on that peace.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to get on your feelings, right?
That's why you walk away.
You walk away, but you don't walk away without letting them know.
Sometimes there are people you don't need to talk to about what they are doing to you.
Really?
There are people you don't need to. Let me tell you.
Okay.
There are people you do not need to explain to. When you sit to yourself, Joe, weigh the value, the additions, the minuses, the multiplications. See how they add up on your life. I mean, if you're predestined for better, there are people who are not supposed to be in your life. There are people you will get to and tell them about an issue, and then it will burst into something else. So there are people you don't need to explain to. You just walk away and hide yourself.
Do you know why
you block them?
Do you know why you still need to talk to them before you block them? Because
you taught me how to block people, right?
Forgiveness is love. No matter who the person is. If you just block out the people without reaching out to them to explain the situation to them, you are not free. You can't get perfect peace from that.
There is a level.
I tell you.
That's why we are talking about levels, and that's why you seek back. At this point in life, there are people I can't afford to lose.
Yes. Okay.
I will, even tears running down my face, I will come and talk to you.
Yeah.
But there are people you don't losing them. That is when you sit and have the minus, the plus, and the addition and everything in place, and you're like, but this person, I mean, and by the time you get to that decision, that means they have done something overly more than once, because there are times when someone will step on you and you let it pass, right? But if it becomes a habit instead, there are times when you don't need to explain it. Just walk away. I mean, walk away, you'll find an angel.
Oh, of course. The first time you have explained to them, right?
Yeah.
The second time you have explained to them, you don't need to explain in that situation. But if it is something that have just occurred, you don't just block off and walk away. Forgiveness is love. Forgiveness is humanity. Forgiveness is peace. And it comes with great communication, and that is communication as the first instance. You let them know you've done your job. Then you decide how to walk away and restore your peace after you let them know.
Let's come to reality.
Okay, we're talking reality.
No. Let's come now back to simple reality.
Okay.
That not every time now. We are having two versions of forgiveness. We have forgiveness and reconciliation. That's where you are. Not every time you have to reconcile.
You don't have to reconcile.
Yeah,
it's
because
not
by the
reconciliation.
time,
We're still talking
by the
about
time,
forgiveness.
yes, it's
Yeah.
forgiveness, and you have to reconcile with somebody, because forgiveness is for one person.
Okay.
And then reconciling is for two people.
No, you
right?
you don't have to reconcile.
Because the fact that, Joe, the fact that I'm going to come to you and address an issue,
Yes.
yeah, it means that I am wanting us to have peace, right? To make a peace.
Yes.
But there are people who will accept that and still go behind you, right? So not every time we need to get second opinion. We need to be us. You have to stand on your ground. I'll give you an example that I wanted to bring to your attention.
Okay.
There are people who hurt you and you can't be at their level. Either in office and they just hurt you so bad you can never go talk to them, right?
Okay.
And you get this pain inside of you. You're like, one day if I ever get an opportunity.
Yeah.
Now, it's not even about you reaching out to them and telling them, hey, the day you came and said this, the day you spoke like this, it was about me, you hurt me so hard.
Yeah.
So this is about you. Like, not every time we are supposed to have an encounter or talk to person about what they have done to us. Yeah?
Yeah.
It is about us. Let's try to treat forgiveness as a benefit
It's
to
personal
us,
fact.
like us. When it
Yes.
starts from you,
Totally agree.
you forget about the rest.
Totally
Yes.
agree with you. Do you know that some people who wrong you are not in a relationship with you? You don't even know that.
Those ones don't even hurt you so much. You don't even have actually much attached to them. You just,
For example now.
yes.
For example, just as I said before, that there are things people you do, you overlook. But when that steps in the line of your peace, and that peace might be your job, your profession, it might be your family. You understand? It might be your relationship,
Yep.
right? So people can offend you and you overlook easily. But when that offense happens in the line of your peace,
It's directed to you.
good.
Please. Yeah.
Even with them being knowing you or not knowing you, you are going to address it, isn't it? For example, you were somewhere doing a presentation, or you went for a business consultation or whatever, something that is very, very important to you,
Yes.
and somebody that you don't know from nowhere steps up and spoils the show for you.
What will he do?
You don't know the person from anywhere.
Yeah.
Are you just going to walk away and just forgive them? It's because forgiveness is personified? No.
Because
Are you,
now
No.
again we have gotten to another level. In line with what you just said.
Yeah.
Still, I'll tell you, there are times when we don't actually need to show up. Because now this person
Yes.
just ruined your presentation. What are you going to say?
You let them know you just really don't. What you did wasn't fair. It doesn't mean that you're going to cause a chaos or cause drama or whatever.
You know,
just
there are
let them
people
know.
who are really dramatic, yeah?
Man,
They'll show up
once-
for you.
Yeah, okay.
Because they offended you,
Yeah.
but they want to prove a point. There are people who are at that level.
You just say that and walk away. They're not going to slap you because you just told them that what you did have spoiled something for me.
For me, I think we just have to carry the spirit of discernment around us. There are times when we really don't need to show up. Just sit and do the calculation with yourself. And if it's something that works for you, if the person is worthy keeping in
Yeah.
your life, keep them. If these people are not worthy, and forgive. If you really feel this friendship or contact has to remain,
Yeah.
set boundaries so that the next time pain can't reach your heart.
Good.
Simple. Just draw your boundaries and know what are your limitations. How far can this relationship go? Know exactly how you are supposed to associate with certain persons. There are people that there are conversations I can't hold with them. I just set my boundary. There are people that there is a certain business, there's a certain life of operation I can't go with them.
Yes.
When it concerns money, we can't. we cannot be friends, right?
Of course, there are certain levels of relationship, business relationship too.
I'm
right?
telling you,
Social relationship, you know,
there are people.
affairs and all that.
There are people that I have relationship with, friendship in this matter,
Yeah.
but I can't bring them close to my family.
Good.
There are people that I know of, we are friends, I would say, or we work together in different things,
Yes.
but I can't bring them to another aspect of my life.
That's right.
Right? So I learn the persons I am working around with, and I know how best they can help me. Many people who have gotten hurt and are having unforgiveness, it's because they have opened up their life. Like they have been so open, like an open book. Everyone can walk in and walk out and walk in. And before you know, you're becoming a laughing stock, and you're getting too much pain. You're even aging so fast because of having pain, because of grieving over things and over. But just free yourself. I mean, just have this freedom in yourself. Learn to have time to yourself and weigh what matters much to you.
That's
if
right.
you know what matters much to you, there are certain things which will, so you will hurt me and go, and I'll just keep to myself. It's what I'd be like, shit. I just keep to me.
There's something I want to say. Forgiveness is an all general stuff, right? First of all, we're trying to let you know that forgiveness is personified. It first of all happens to you, the forgiver, before it affects
The other person.
the offender. And secondly, there are times you just have to walk away, right? Instead of trying to explain, prove a point, try to get things right. I mean, if walking away is what gets you your peace, you just have to walk away. There are some things you need to explain. There are some things you just need to walk away. And we have levels on relationship communications, because if you don't relate with people on day-to-day basis, you're not going to be offended. We're not talking about human being getting offended by an animal.
It happens.
It happens, but
Okay. When you get into their space now that's at another level. When you get into their space, they'll
so
surely.
we're talking about humanity.
It's human, yes.
Because where it hurts most is when your trusted allies hurts you, steps on your toe, stops you from attaining a level, disappoint you on a level that robs you of your peace, your income, that is what we're talking about. And we're here trashing on how you can handle that.
Right? Joe, there are these people, I just remembered something. Someone was telling me that this person advocated for me to lose my job. As if they were going to pay them, like my paycheck would go to them.
Yeah, it happens line of duty. Like, some people just naturally hate you. They want to see you fail. That is,
and you don't have a problem, by the way.
You have no connection, no relationship with them. They are just colleagues at work. They are just neighbors who park in the day you park in, living in the same building. You don't know these people. They don't know you. But they just hate you.
They just look at you and then you graduate to be.
You understand? They just want to see you fail. You understand? So when you are around this kind of negative energies, how do you navigate your peace?
Do you now you've gotten to the rightful point where I told you that there are certain people, when they hurt you, and you have this, just forgive them and go. Because actually they are the ones with the problem. There are people you would find like they have issues with almost each and everyone. And now if you fall as a victim, don't hold that pain on yourself. Just set them free and cut yourself out of their way. I think that would be the best.
Especially if you have no relationship with them. If they are just random people who want to see you fail and whatever.
Even in family, they are there. So the relationship doesn't really count much.
Well, I mean, people who hurt you and it gets to you are more people who are close to you. Because you think that this person shouldn't have done this, cannot in any way, but anyways they did it. The pain stays. If you are being hurt by family, it's just a little piece of guide or advice, whichever way you take it. If you've been hurt by family, it's just better you travel for the moment.
And by the way,
relocate, find a place to just go sort it out within yourself. Because I've seen a lot of people who are offended by family members because they're in the same environment. They claim that they have forgiven. Nothing is wrong, but the stigma stays. It's really burning in them. You just have to leave that environment for the moment. Go free yourself, reconcile with your spirit, instill peace back to your mind, then you come back.
Because unforgiveness is so bad. It's poisonous to yourself. Because you're not even going to be open to new relationships. Like, because every time you get in contact with other people, either you're going to be the poison to them. You're going to be...
It's going to be a kind of transfer aggression.
Yeah, you're going to pour out to people who are innocent,
Who are
right?
innocent, exactly.
So it's better for us to seek out for help, and we get that help and help ourselves, actually, when you're willing. The thing is, willingness is very important. Willingness is very important.
Mm-hmm.
If you're willing to free yourself, to come out of that bondage, it is very easy. The thing is, if you're unwilling, then it will really be so hard. But remember, the more we grow, the more we age, things change and nobody cares. That is about the world. Nobody cares. So it's about us to work on self, knowing that we are going forward and we want a brighter future for us.
That's
Someone
right.
may say, me, I don't have kids, I don't care.
Yeah.
But still you'll transfer that aggression to someone. Maybe someone who gives you care. Maybe someone who looks after you. Because you're not healed from that pain.
You seek help when it's needed.
Yes, when it's still early.
If you're pained, because practically there's a level of hurt that you will go through, and you will seal off your heart of humanity. Some people are going through that kind of pain, and they might be asking after they come across this video, how do I go about forgiveness, and what will be the effect of me forgiving those people who have wronged me so heavily. Forgiveness starts from within yourself. Forgiveness brings about healing. Forgiveness brings about freedom of emotion, emotional freedom. When you start forgiving, going through the process of forgiving, like we said, we've tried to migrate and try to, explain and talk about the different levels, scenarios that comes with levels of forgiveness, levels of hurt and all that. Now, based on your level of feeling, because it's you that knows the way this thing hurt, how much. They will tell you at the hospital from level
1 to 10.
Okay,
How
1
much?
to 10. Now you are the one who knows the level where that hurt, that pain is, and based on that, you can take the necessary step. If it's just something that's between 1 and 4, like we said, you can just walk away. It's manageable. If it's above 5, getting to 7, you have to go through the process of forgiveness. You have to seek help, counselors. You have to seek therapy if needed. You have to change your environment just to stay away from those people who hurt you for, just for a given period of time. And again, you need some time with yourself, right? Forgiveness brings about healing. Acceptance of the situation is the very first step of forgiveness. Seeking help is the very second step of forgiveness. Then the process of healing steps in. Once you have accepted, okay, I'm being hurt. These are the people that hurt me. This is where we are right now in life, and I am willing to forgive. Healing steps in. When you begin to heal, you have to tap from sources. If you're a Christian, you understand your Christian doctrine, your Christian group, social groups can help you maneuver that, to find love again, to find peace, to find happiness. If you belong to some other groups that just try to do what makes you happy, we call those good distractions.
For yourself.
You understand? For yourself.
Yeah.
Because when you are being held captive by these pains and heart, you have a very bad energy, and it cannot get you any good attraction. Like when that is sitting in your heart, you cannot attract good things. Remember, our heart is a magnet. The purer, the sharper.
Yes.
You understand? And the way universal energy Mother Earth works, it helps your heart to attract the things that your heart has. If your heart has bad energy, it's going to attract bad energy. If your heart is pure, good energy is going to attract good things. Those people that hurt you, they don't know what you are going through.
True.
They don't care about you, because if they cared about you, at the first place, they wouldn't try to hurt you that much that you want to seek revenge. They don't care. So at this point, you have to understand forgiveness as something that you have to do for yourself.
For yourself. That is
And
very
that
important.
is where it starts. It is not easy. We are talking about forgiveness right here, and it's very simple the way we're saying it, but in
it's not
practicality,
No.
forgiveness is not easy. I have seen, grudge. I have seen the feeling for revenge, anger, bitterness from the smallest things of life. And that brings me to the point that offending and receiving and forgiveness depends on individual persons.
I'm telling you.
You understand? So there are little things that can just, you understand, that can make people flare up. They can never forgive you, and you'll be like, just because I stepped on her unknowingly.
And sometimes,
You understand? And sometimes there are people who you'll be like, oh my God, I offended her badly. And tomorrow the person is laughing at you. Forget about it.
Sometimes they don't
Right.
even know. Because sometimes even some of these offenders are people who are not even anymore in our life.
That's right. That's right.
So we are having pain that has gradually grown without even being nurtured by the offenders. But it happened one time, and it's
happens.
been growing. Like
Yeah.
it's been fed
It grows.
with a lot of
It
things
grows.
that happen in your life. You start associating it to, if this person didn't do this by now, I would be. If this person didn't use my tuition, I would have gone to college. If
Yeah.
this person didn't use my tuition, I wouldn't
Exactly.
have gotten married when I'm young. If this person didn't use my tuition, I wouldn't have been a mother at
Exactly.
an early age. I mean, there are these things that have happened to us that have really, 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 really affected us, and they are hurting. That's why for us, in the other space, if we find people who are going through pain, let's help them, not to judge them. Some people can even talk about the pain, why they are in pain.
Yes.
It's very hard,
Yeah.
because the story alone, it's hard to bring out.
That's right.
So let's try to respect people. Sometimes even when they go mad, let's give people space to heal. Let's create an environment for people to heal.
Enabling environment for people to heal and
Yes.
forgive genuinely.
Yes.
Like you would not just wrong people and expect them to forgive immediately.
Yeah, because-
Expectation is too much.
Because
Some
even
people do this.
Yeah, because even sometimes it's a wound that someone is still
poking on. Yeah.
like it's bleeding.
Yes.
It's trying to heal, and
And you still
then it
poking on,
starts,
still disturbing it. Give it time to
and then it will
heal.
still bleed again. So I think we should learn to. I think this comes with an element of respect.
Yes.
When we learn to respect people's space and respect people, it will help us.
Give
to-
people time to forgive you
Yes.
when you wrong them. You're not just gonna say, "Oh, I've asked for forgiveness. She should forgive me. He should
you don't-
forgive me."
no.
You just
No, don't come with the formula. I told the person one time, don't come with a formula to a person you've offended. That I came and told you I am sorry,
yeah.
and so what?
It's not your right.
Because you offended.
It's on the person to forgive you, not on
and it
you.
depends on how they forgive you. It
Yes.
may be a gradual process.
It's always
they
a
may
gradual
need
process.
to no, some of them may be like, oh, because you came 5 for you, 5 for me,
Yeah.
good deal.
Okay.
And there are people there are people you're going to come to, and they'll just the memory, the bad memory and
It's
the
still
pain
there.
will just come out and pour out.
Of course, the memories will always be there, but
Yes.
it's getting to the level of healing where even when you remember, it has no grip. Like it does not control the way you feel about the person.
Let's
That is
forgive.
forgiveness.
Let's forgive, and as we get to the level of forgiving, something
Yeah.
that I would encourage us: let's forgive, let's forgive. Forgetting may not be in the equation. Let's
Yeah,
forgive and let's take that pain to be a lesson for us.
That's right.
And as we take that pain to be a lesson, let's be grateful for how far we have come. And how far we have come is so important.
That's right.
Because as we try to go through the sessions of the series of pain, we remember this and that, up and down, A and Z. We start thinking, we start blame shifting. Let's forget about blame shifting. Let's appreciate where we are. Let's be grateful, and then good things will come into us. We will attract good things. When you're grateful, the pain and the baggage inside of you will start coming out.
Yeah.
When it comes out, you'll start having in good stuff, right? You'll start having good energy. And please subscribe to Collins Ajok Real Life Experiences. If you have a question, send a private message. Let's talk. Let's find a way of bettering ourselves. Why? To impact the generation now and the generation to come. Collins and Joy in the house.
Thank you very much for having me
Thank you.
once more. You're welcome.
See you.
See you. Bye.